this video, I'm going to share with you 7 areas of your business that you're likely ignoring that are killing your profits and how to fix them. And I know that you're well aware of food costs and labor costs and rent and other expenses. Yes, those things matter, but those are the obvious costs that pop up on your P&L each month. They're not what's quietly bleeding thousands of dollars from the business right under your nose. Okay, fixing these profit killers will change your business forever. Okay, profit killer number 1, inventory variance. This has always been and always will be the number 1 silent profit killer of all time. Okay, this is the Ted Bundy of profit killers. Okay, and I know this, of course, because of my extensive inventory background. I've taken thousands of inventories, and I can tell you from experience that the average bar that does not track their inventory, which is most of them, has a variance of 27%. That's a fact. Okay, I have the data to prove it. And this comes from bartender theft, overpouring, waste, and portion amount standards that are way too loose. So a bar with $50,000 per month in sales is losing about $2,700 wholesale-wise, meaning that's how much it's costing the bar based on how much they paid for those products. That's $32,400 per year, okay? But there's another side to this. It's not just the wholesale losses here, because when a bartender gives away, say, a shot of Tito's that could have been sold for $9, that's a loss at retail. You lost $9 in sales. So essentially, the actual losses range somewhere in between loss at wholesale and loss at retail because you're losing revenue. And in this example of $50,000 per month in sales, you would be losing about $8,000 in real money based on a 27% variance. That's why this is the number 1 profit killer. Get yourself an inventory system and start tracking your inventory. A profit killer number 2, poor pricing strategy. Now, I know that you're terrified to raise prices. Okay, you're worried that customers will complain or they're going to leave negative reviews or stop coming altogether. But if you raise them in small increments, this is simply not true. Okay, here's the reality. Your vendors raise prices. Okay, your rent goes up, your insurance goes up, and your food costs continue to climb. Okay, if your menu prices stay the same, your profit margins get squeezed a little more each year. The solution is not to skimp on portions or order cheaper products. Just raise your prices 3% every year to keep up with inflation. Or you may need to raise them a bit more if the food prices from your vendors go up. There's nothing you can do about it. And if your customers complain, just be honest with them. Like, I'm very sorry, but our vendors raised their prices, so we had no choice but to raise ours in order to stay in business. Okay, when people understand that you're a small business, an independent business, and it's at stake, okay, they're gonna have empathy for you. Profit killer number 3, poor menu engineering. And most of you are throwing a menu together with descriptions of your items and a price that hits your target food cost percentage. And that's fine, but you're leaving so much profit on the table. Very few people are doing menu engineering correctly. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the time on this video to provide you a full tutorial on menu engineering. So instead, I'm going to put 2 up here that will flash up. One on menu engineering that just appeared, and then the other one on anchoring, which is going to appear right about now. Okay, I'm going to have those links in the description as well. Okay, go watch those 2 videos and then implement them in your menu strategy. You're going to see remarkable results in your profits. Profit killer number 4, excessive discounting. Many of you are using discounts because they're an easy way to get people to come into your restaurant. And the problem is that 1, it's destroying your profits. Okay, that's the obvious one. And 2, people now view you as they do a yard sale where they get stuff on the cheap. Okay, so you're basically training them to only come in when you offer a discount. And most discounts attack the very thing that you're trying to improve, which is profit. All right, for example, let's say the average check is $50. Net profit, 10%, which is being generous considering the average net profit for restaurants is 3 to 6%. So in this example, your actual profit is going to be $5. When you offer a 20% discount, the check now becomes $40 instead of $50. You've given away $10 to earn what was originally $5 in profit. Okay, now you're drowning, which is why Loyalty rewards and bounce back offers and limited time promotions are so much more effective than blanket discounts. Profit killer number 5, poor labor management. And I know that labor isn't a silent killer. Okay, we all know about labor costs, but what it is not being aware of how many hours you're scheduling or not cutting the floor soon enough. Okay, you must be hyper aware of how many employees you need on during specific days so that you don't overschedule or underschedule, because you still want to make sure people are getting good service. And if you do overschedule, you need to cut the floor quickly in order to save hours, because those hours are going to add up to huge losses over time. Be vigilant about your scheduling. All right, profit killer number 6, ignoring repeat customers or ignoring the importance of growing your regulars. Okay, in a famous study, an institution named Bain & Company found that increasing customer retention by just 5% can increase profits by 50 to 60%. Okay, and I've made no secret that possibly the most important factor you can focus on in your business is building regulars. Okay, and you do this by obviously providing out of this world service, which includes having the owner or manager do table touches so they can get to know each guest. This makes them feel incredibly warm and welcome when the manager or owner takes the time to come by tables. It's super impressive. Okay, also text and email marketing so you can continuously remind them that you exist. Okay, these actions need to happen or you're missing out. And then lastly, profit killer number 7, decision making without data. Okay, I believe inventory variance to be the biggest factor of profit loss, but this is probably number 2, which is why it's so important to have a POS system that has great reporting and analytics, because you're making decisions based on your gut instead, or like what your eyes see on the floor, or generalizations like, man, we've been slow lately. We probably need to like run a promotion or something, or maybe create a new menu. Okay, you're just going off the cuff. All right, because do we really need those things? Do we probably need those things? Okay, how do you know unless you're looking at analytics and tracking metrics? Okay, you should be tracking prime costs, labor and cost percentages, menu mix, like what's popular or what's not popular on your menu, inventory variance like we talked about, and guest frequency, to name a few. Okay, how often each one returns and what they order. A good POS system has metrics to track your customers and their behaviors. Okay, and Lightspeed is one of the best at menu and customer profile analytics. These analytics can make you thousands and thousands of dollars because you're able to make smarter decisions using them. Okay, for instance, let's look at Lightspeed's Magic Quadrant, just one of the reports. Okay, it's part of their menu analytics. And this report will tell you which dishes get ordered the most and which ones actually get your customers to come back. Okay, you keep the rock star dishes and you dump the losers. It's literally magic. Okay, the way you're doing it right now is guessing, and guessing is expensive. All right, and the scariest part of all this is that none of these profit killers show up like a burst pipe. They're silent. They don't destroy your restaurant overnight. They destroy it 1 percentage point at a time. Okay, one small paper cut at a time, one overpour, one discount, one bad schedule, one ignored customer. And before you know it, tens of thousands of dollars have disappeared. And the good news, every one of these can be measured, and what gets measured can be improved. But the key is you need to take action to stop the bleeding. You need to put these systems in place, or you're going to end up being a statistic like every other restaurant that either goes out of business or just remains stagnant, barely keeping their head above the quicksand. Got it? Okay, good. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you make millions and millions of dollars, and I look forward to seeing you next time. I'm out.